Hi there. I'm just wanting to do a talk, and as you can see by this picture, I'm going to talk about the world and how the world is driven in the way that it is. It basically drives people's expectations, and when you've got your expectations driven, you're trying to be something that you're not naturally. Whether or not someone is trying to be something that their parents want or you want, whether or not that's the case, everything is external, and it all basically shapes a person's perceptions to think he or she should be what the world or his or her parents are demanding. Like at the start of this video, I had a picture up of my room and how it's got all lights and it's chilled out, but the chilled out atmosphere is a reflection of me. But the system doesn't want that. It doesn't want a chilled out atmosphere. It doesn't want a more spiritual, awakened perspective or atmosphere. It wants a terrified atmosphere, because fear is how they control you. Because like I say all the time, that anyone that says they don't believe in demons is a fool, and they should do their research on it. But what is a demon? Demons, everything's just energy. Everything comes from nothingness, but within the nothing is a something. And you can't really define it, but everything is just a state of awareness, energy, and that's basically what the demonic force is. It's an energy. Everything is us, and everything comes from our feelings, our emotions, and we created this dark force ourselves. And so this awakening this global awakening is about helping people understand, like people that have had big spiritual awakenings, helping people understand that we create our own reality as a whole, as a collective. Whatever's going on in the world as a whole is to do with the many that have made that happen. A person can't get in government unless the many vote for him or her. So it's that kind of idea. Wars can't happen without soldiers. Governments can't go to war all by themselves without an army. We as the people are responsible, right? And this global awakening, is about helping people understand that. And that we can build a world not full of likes and pressure from the parents or whoever, but a world that you can be happy in. But it's all about getting back to presence. The world gets you out of presence, but it's all about getting yourself back in presence, because that is where the divinity is. It's not external. Most people are always thinking of another moment, or thinking, if I go to this place, if I go do that. But the divine is within presence. That's where it is. When people think they're being present and they say things like, oh, I'm thinking of the present moment, but my life is terrible. No, you're trying to live up to the world's expectations. Therefore, your presence, what you've got right now isn't good, because you're trying to live up to expectations. If you were to stop that and just absolutely be present with no expectations, you would start to go on a journey where you would start to receive relentless knowledge and insight. You start to live from your heart. That's why they don't leave you alone. That's why they put you to school when you're young. It's not to help you deal with the world. It's to program you. And that's what it's all about. And the smart system as well now, the smart grid is helping that also. And what they want is everyone connected and linked with AI, artificial intelligence, by 2030. It's called Agenda 2030. And this is because of people waking up. That's why they're kicking you off YouTube now. because the system is making it more obvious that they're worried about people that are more awake. But all that's going to do, as it will be doing, is it's just exposing them. And it's making them look like what they are. Which obviously I say that the system must be intelligent, but not really if they're doing that. If you're exposing yourself, you can't be very bright. Because then people are going to suss you out, and eventually you won't have a system. People will just stop altogether. It'll be like a big lion that isn't tame anymore. And you can't deal with it. And there's no shots or guns to stop it. You've got no protection. And that's kind of like what this global awakening is going to be. We are the many, the system is the few. Who's the system? The system is people that we put in government. So it's us. And we've got to take our power back, take our system back, and create the world that we really want. And not a world that the apparent separate system wants. But like I say, the power is within you. That's all I done when I had this unexpected spiritual awakening. I stopped looking outward. I guess you reach a point when you have enough, and then you look internally. You start being present and living from your heart space. That's all that spiritual awakening really is. But you've got to have that point where you have enough. Really have enough. So you've got to feel really bad. Have enough before you're going to be willing to do that. And pay attention to stillness and nothingness and quiet. People want so much noise because they don't like their own energy. That's another thing. You become amazingly attractive. A person who loves themselves is amazingly attractive to those that don't love themselves. And what you do when you continue to love yourself, you inspire others to love themselves. That's how you heal people. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. And if you're watching, you're meant to watch it, everything falls to divine order. I always say that because it's the truth. And everything falls to divine timing. You are the divine. Thank you much for watching. Thank you.